Here are my 3 tips for how to treat your feet this summer. Now we've moved from wearing thick clumpy shoes to little sandals and thin-soled pumps and shoes such as that. So my name is Carrie and this is Thrive Clinic and Studio. Here are my 3 top ways to give your feet a little bit of love. The first one is to use a tennis ball. Tennis balls are great because they're quite firm and they're just the right radius to be able to massage into the sole of your foot. So pop the ball on the floor, use it to really get into that tissue under your plantar arch, so the arch that runs front to back of your foot. You can also use the ball at the same time. I'll show you stand up to stretch into the toes. Give them a little bit of love like that. And if you put the ball under the arch of your foot, you can give yourself a little bit of calf stretch as well. Take care not to go too deep into the tissue under your foot, or you can leave yourself bruised. Some people use a golf ball, but that can be very overwhelming for all of those little proprioceptive sensors under the arch of the foot. So the second thing I like to do with feet is to give them a little bit of a rub. So the skin and the brain are both made of something called ectoderm. That's really cool that they are the same tissue, because it means that neurologically they give each other a lot of feedback. So if you have anywhere which is sore or painful, giving a really light amount of pressure across the skin will stimulate the brain. It gives it plenty of sensory input. So if you have, say, an ankle that's sore, or a plantar fascia that's sore, plantar fascia being the sole of your foot, go to the foot that doesn't hurt and rub that first. So really gentle, light stroking movements. You can also use something like a feather or a leaf, or something which is going to give the brain a little bit of scintillation, a little bit of interest. When the brain is interested and scintillated, it tends to respond more effectively and more quickly, so you can get really cool neurological changes. So anything which is in pain, start with the side which doesn't hurt, and then go to the side which does hurt. Using that same kind of pressure and the same kind of scintillation, you can get a really cool response from your brain. Okay, number 3, coming back to that very light pressure, there is something about ankle circles which is incredibly calming, incredibly relaxing. So you can do plenty of very gentle circles of the ankle. A foot massage doesn't have to be hard pressure. You can get a fair amount of pressure out of a tennis ball. But what works really well for feet is using stimulation. So like we were saying before, that light pressure gives an awful lot of feedback to the brain, an awful lot of interest to the brain, which really helps it to kind of connect into what's going on proprioceptively through the feet. Here's a really cool one which can feel a little weird. So, working on the fact that there are 10,000 pressure receptors under the foot, on the sole of the foot, and what an important job they have for proprioception of the whole body, so how your body feels into the ground. A really nice one to do is to use your fingers and link your fingers through your toes. This, and I can tell that there are some people who are watching this going, oh God, no. Oh, the thought of fingers through toes. Oh. This gives a really gentle stretch that your toes don't usually get, because we spend so much of our time with our feet stuffed into socks and stuffed into shoes. So the brain is like, whoa, what's that? And then you can waggle and rotate those toes. And around. And your brain will love you for this. Lots of stimulation, lots of feedback, lots of happy little brain cells, which will mean happier feet. Just as one last thing, I guess it's number 4. If you rub the neck of your big toe, you are connecting into reflex points for your neck. So you can even work on your foot to give your neck a massage. There we go, so there's some easy, simple little things you can do for your feet this summer. Take care, I'll catch you on the next video. Bye!